Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Live, CNC Live.
C and C Live is what is up, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm trying to do something, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to share my page on CNC Live over to my okay, so let me go here. What's going on, y'all?
Hi guys. So listen, as he tries to transition in what he's trying to do, had a wonderful weekend celebrating Christian. Our baby, number 1 out of 3.
No, we got to start in order.
We got to start in order. I mean, you team around.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just shared it. We good now. We are good. We're golden. I shared it.
Are we good?
We're good.
Like guess good?
Oh no, not yet. Guess good. But so we had one of the most busiest weekends
Did we ever?
this week. So we that's a little bassy for me. But so we started off Saturday? We had to make sure that all this fit in on the calendar. So Saturday, my middle son, Evan, had a karate test to go to. So he's in karate, and he was able to get what they call a stripe on his belt. And so
that's a promotion.
Yeah, promotion. So there he is. Bam!
How did you do that?
I
didn't even. You got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, baby, you ain't got to know everything. Okay. All right, and so this is him right here. He's about to break some wood. Okay. All right, Christian, Evan. All right, here we go. Okay, this is it. Bam! Oh wait, no, not. There he is. That's Evan. And then he got his piece of wood to go home, and he got a little stripe around his belt, as well as he got a certificate. So then after that, what did we do, Carlette?
Quick change. Then we had to go and to a celebration of life to a dear friend of mine who went home to be with the Lord. And she was my hairdresser when we lived here the first time and the second time here. We stayed in contact with each other while we were away in California and Indiana. And she was one of the first I let her know when we were coming back to Atlanta, because my hair had not been the same. Nobody could do my hair like she could. And she was amazing. Her name's Shantavia Denard. And she was just amazing. And it was sad. I just really gonna miss her. But both times she was pregnant, I was pregnant. Our children are close in age, and our daughters have a good relationship. Matter of fact, she will be with us. Her daughter will be with us on Chloe's birthday, which is coming up, and which is the ironic thing. 4 years ago, in the midst of the pandemic, it was just Chloe and her daughter at the spa together. So we're gonna redo that, just the two of them for this year. I know we do it big every year, but this year is just gonna be the two of them, and I know they're gonna have a great time together. That's definitely something me and her mom. Me and Shan, we talked about that to make sure they keep their friendship and they grow it. And, you know, we as the parents, we have to make that happen. And so I made a call today and solidified it with Miss Barbara, great, her mom, great woman of God, and a sweet, loving mom. I'm telling you, I mean, it was nothing she wouldn't do for her children, her grandchildren. And so be in prayer for the Denard family and the children. And but, you know, it is well. My friend is well.
Later.
She has received the ultimate healing. And so you know, Go ahead.
After that, funeral.
But let me
after
finish.
That, okay, go ahead.
I learned a lot sitting there. That's one of the things Dr. Mary used to always say. You learn more in ministry by watching than necessarily sitting down being taught by the teacher. If you watch them, if you watch what's going on and your perspective is in the mode of ministry, you will learn a lot. And I took it all in. I even shared it with our pastor on yesterday. I just took it all in, and what I learned in between my tears, how necessary, as, you know, people who call themselves, you know, ministers of the gospel, whatever your title is, but the base of it, minister of the gospel, is that you be ready. You know, be ready to help the people, receive the people, love the people, have an encouraging word, sympathetic, empathetic, act like you want to be there, even if it's sad, but you want to be there for them. You know, it was something, but she need not worry. Between her mom, their family, and the band of sisters that Shan has, all is well. All is well.
How many sisters does she have?
Well, I'm talking about all us sisters that she acquired.
Gotcha.
Sisters. I got them myself. I'm the only girl, but I got some sisters.
Sister.
I have some sisters. So definitely that. And it's just, you know, I met people through her who I'm building relationships with. So and with my daughter. So, yeah.
So after that, after the homegoing service, we had to travel about 30-something miles to a little castle.
Yep.
And in this castle was a wedding.
Yep.
This wedding was of our friends, our couples that we married actually last year, and they had a formal wedding this time. And in this formal wedding, I was able to perform the service once again. Some people say again. So this was it's actually my first time really performing in front of
a large crowd.
Yeah, a large crowd. So my wife said I did well, but you know, I thought you know, trying to read.
I mean, you get better with time the more you do it. And then also you know, practice. Do it in front of us sitting on the couch here in the house.
Yeah.
Now you know who gonna critique you is gonna be Chloe.
Mm-hmm. How about I read it to us in the mirror and we just get married again? When we gonna renew our visa? On the 20?
I don't know.
Cause you need to renew your.
I don't know if I want to spend all that money when I can take that and go across the country. We can say I do in Spain.
You
honey.
need to renew your vows.
My vows is good. It's renewed every day.
Okay, we'll see about that.
So,
so after that, we traveled. We left the castle and traveled to Huntsville, Alabama, where we had my son. Carla, you want to take over for that?
no, we had planned. Oh, look at that pretty girl. We had planned his birthday. You know, a year ago this time, we were running to Alabama to go to Alabama A&M to be with him for his birthday. And then only a year later, making plans for him in Alabama. Got with the people, the congregation of the Beacon. And we rented out the main, not rented out, but all met up at the main event. And not only was we celebrating his birthday, we were celebrating one of the elders who have the same birthday as Christian. And he thought it not robbery for them to celebrate together. And when I tell you the people came together, we had a great time between the trash talking at the bowling alley and the games and the food and just the fellowship, us all coming together, men, women, grown kids, just all ages. We had a great time and laughed. And it felt good. You know, when you have a sense of community, I'm telling you, it feels good. The people that celebrate you, they're there because they want to be there and not because it was the thing to do, but they wanted to be there. And we felt it. And both Christian and Elder McKelvin was celebrated. Yep, there they go. Their ages is actually 42 years apart.
Did you pick up
42
Wait a minute.
years apart.
Did you pick up on what Pastor said? He said
The
elder McKelvin was the
senior.
elder, the senior.
The senior elder.
I might have to call it senior elder. So, but then we went to church service the next day, and there's Christian. He's looking all manly. Hey, if there's any single women out there, you know, Christian is single and ready to mingle. So, you know, if y'all don't have any friends or anything like that, my son is closing the door. Okay. Make sure you all reach out. But for the first time, he got called a deacon in the church. That was
Deacon Edwards.
Deacon Edwards. Said,
when
Pastor said he looked
you-
like a deacon.
He said his stance and everything.
Yes.
But you know, the thing about it, I've been calling him deacon since he was a little boy. I told him, I said, start off as a deacon, and that's a great foundation. How much you're going to learn, what you'll do. If you look at the description of it in 1 Timothy 3, how it talks about the deacon being apt to teach. And so when he asked me, I said, I led him straight to the scripture. Yep. Didn't give him no opinion. Go straight to you. You'll see the job description. And so I'm telling you, that it blessed him. It blessed him. Now, was it official? No, but it was just the idea of that was seen in him and spoken.
And there he is. We went to dinner on Sunday after church, and we went to a place like Fogo de Chao. Is it Chao or Chow? I don't know. It's Brazilian. But it was a Brazilian restaurant that we took my son to and spent X amount of dollars on this entire weekend, and now we're broke. And now
I am
not broke, but
I
you know,
am not broke.
he made us spend all.
I am not broke.
Carlette.
We recant those words.
All right, our returning guest
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Our returning guest is on the show today to talk about business credit, y'all.
And, you know, for somebody to come back as a repeat, that because we value them, they have something to offer. They've been a blessing to us. We know, you know, people have integrity, and we have recommended. She has gotten customers off Chris and Carlette live show. So I don't know how many, but some have come. And so I'm just grateful, and I believe in what she knows what she's talking about. It's a husband and wife duo. I believe she's the president, though. I believe she's the president. CEO. Yes. Look at that. Come on. Boss lady.
Boss lady. Yes.
Miss
Robin. How are you?
We are not going to mess up your last name.
I'm not. Every time you come on the show, we're not going to mess up that last name. So I know you get tired of us messing up your last name.
Sobomehin.
See?
Sobomehin. Yes. There we go. So we're talking about business credit today, part 2. And also we're talking about
collection
accounts.
Now, this is near and dear to her heart. If you follow her on Facebook, you'll see she's going to be talking about, what she's been posting, people. Even I shared something, a post of her letting people know, y'all see this? She's going to, this here, she's going to be on tonight. Y'all remember her. And like what people ask you, the questions that she get asked. And when I looked at them, I was like, man, this looks really absurd. But she has the patience for it. Okay. She has the patience for it. So I introduce to some and present to others, Miss Robin.
Miss Robin.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well. And thank you for having me on the show. When you all told me about the segment, I'm like, yeah, count me in for that.
All right.
It's something that needs to be talked about. So I'm all in for this.
Yes. And then for those that are joining now, or that will join, you can always like, subscribe, and share this with your friends in case they need some business credit or know what to do with these collection accounts. So, Carlette, your question.
Actually, I'm going to follow her lead. Robin, where would you like to start? Business, personal, collections? What direction you want to go?
Well, I think honestly, it's like one and the same because you can't successfully grow business credit without having your personal credit on point.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot of videos out there, a lot of crazy things, where you hear you don't have to worry about your personal side of things, businesses. It is separate, but your personal matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say for someone who's interested not only in building a business or, establishing a business wherever you are in that process, you want to make sure that your personal side is where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that just means if there is like any inconsistencies, negative items, that can't be validated or verified, you want to clean all that up before you really start that process of working on your business side.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
And
building business credit is a lot of fun.
okay, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm so glad you started off saying that because there are a lot of ads out here saying your personal can be jacked and you can get you some business credit and just live off of that. I'm like, that just doesn't seem right. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah. I've seen those videos and it's so sad because if you really think about it, something that is supposed to be done right has to be right across the board. You can't just say, oh, well, go ahead and just tear up your personal credit. It makes no difference. We'll just build business. It's not how this works because banks want to see what you're doing on the personal side as well.
Mm-hmm.
And even though your business accounts don't have to be listed on your personal account, on your personal reports, it still totally matters. That's just what it is. There's nothing that, for someone to think that they can just neglect their personal credit. Your credit scores, that whole profile is a reflection of really at this point who you are and what you stand for.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to have the personal credit intact. Wow. And the good thing is I can juggle both.
I know, absolutely. Because another thing, of course, I follow her. She's a Facebook friend, and we have developed, I believe we're developing a personal one, is that if you follow her, she had a link where she was helping people obtain business credit. But now you don't have to go into that right now, but I do want you to go into that before the end of the show. So, personal credit, we're talking credit scores, we're talking getting it cleaned up, what you should pay versus what you shouldn't pay.
Yes.
If you want to go into that for maybe a minute and then head over to the businesses where we're going to spend most of our time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great segue because there are things on our credit reports that would likely suggest, you got all kind of different issues, whatever. But the fact is, everything that's listed on our reports, it's like a lot of this can be human error, right? From the way that our names are listed, everything on your reports matter, from the values to the names to the accounts. Anything that is mixed up can prevent you from being able to obtain credit. So that's one thing. When it comes to collection accounts, my problem with collection accounts is a lot of times they're re-aged. they're re-aged so they can last on your reports just that much longer.
Right.
How about the fact that maybe it actually doesn't belong to you? You know, a lot of people have debts, and so they assume, okay, well, it's on my report, so it must mean that it's mine.
Right.
You know, so I would never, of course, just dispute suggesting these accounts aren't yours. We got to first of all make sure that the account is yours, that this that the collection agency has rights to come after you. What information do they have on you? And you know what I mean? So when they contact, people and say, this is an attempt to collect the debt, blah, blah, blah. What they're really trying to say is, we don't have all the information that we need. So we think it might be you. So I need you to help us close this loop. They're going to ask you a series of questions. You're saying, well, yeah, this is me.
Right.
Okay, you want to know where I live? Here you go. Now they're closing that loop. So whether it was you or not, it's you now.
So that's when they be asking all those, did you used to live at one of these addresses?
Exactly.
And used to work at one of these companies.
All that. Yep.
Wow.
And so again, because the way I look at it, third parties are purchasing debts for pennies on the dollar. They're pretty much buying a bill of sale. Mm-hmm. And this bill of sale is like almost like an as is type thing. So again, they don't have all the information, and they need like 4 points of information to be able to truly validate an account and then be able to come after you. Again, this is why you get those phone calls confirming and asking you to verify. So that's a no-no.
So if I talk like I'm an Indian and say, no, this is not me, you need to call someone else's number. You have the wrong number. And I think that you need to take my number off of your
put
phone
me on
call.
the do not call list.
Put me on the DNR list. Not the DNR, but
do not DNC.
The DNC list.
I'm having to work on my accent too.
I used to do that actually. I had my parents' phone number forwarded to my phone, and when they were elderly, and I used to act like I was a foreigner. And say, you got the pills? Because they were calling me for the pills. And, okay, I'm sorry. I digressed. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So let's head over to the business segment of it.
Yes.
Yes, because I get pills.
Stop. Oh, my goodness. Please stop.
Go ahead.
Because I want to get to the people in the background. Okay, let's go.
So as far as business credit, let's just say that personal credit, you're good. So you are ready to get started. One of the easiest ways to slip into business credit. Now, of course, you got your LLC. You have to have an LLC, not a sole proprietor, if you're looking to obtain like term loans and credit cards, things like that. Mm-hmm. And so once you have the structure in place, one of the easiest ways to slip into business credit is to use like service accounts, like your utilities. If your utilities was put in your business name, you're establishing business credit right there. So yeah, like years ago, before I really started like diving into business credit, I put my utilities in my business name. And next thing I know, I had like excellent business credit. I'm like, wait, what? So, I had to start backtracking and then doing research and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's one of the easiest ways to slide into business credit. You can put your utilities, cell phone accounts like that. First of all, these are accounts that you're paying for anyway. So why not get credit for them? And one great way of doing it is put it in your business name.
Utilities, cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah.
Robin, are you sharing this? Robin, are you sharing this on your Facebook page?
I don't believe I am, but I can do so.
No, I'm just kidding.
If you all would have seen me around here right before this, I'm like, I need a clone.
Right. Hey, that's just even during the day when I try to call you, you're like all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
You know what
I'm like, okay, wait.
I love to see your feet in the pool with a computer on your lap fixing credit. I'll be
it's going to happen again very soon.
All right. So you just told us a very good tidbit. You said start off with your utilities, cell phone. That starts business credit. Man,
It does. It does.
that's
It
a
does.
nugget.
I mean, so that's one thing. But also, you have to be lender compliant. And really what that means, there's like maybe 20 or so different items that banks will be looking at in order to determine if in fact you qualify, for what it is you're looking to do. So you got to have your website, your phone, the business phone, of course. Information like that is important because what banks are trying to find out, they're trying to like put a picture together of who you are, what this business stands for. Do you have a footprint online? Let's see what else. Oh, and also, which is extremely important, there's this thing, what I like to call like, how bankable are you, right? So when you are applying for loans for your business, one of the things that they'll ask for is about 3 months of your banking history. And what they're really looking for is at the close of business, like at the end of the month, how much money do you generally have in your account? Are you a low 3? Are you a low 5? And so a low 3 is like $100, $200, $300. Low 5 is like $1,000, $2,000, and so forth, right? And so you can't go and say, hey, I'm looking for $25,000, $30,000, but on average, your accounts are ending with a couple $100. That's not your life. You're not ready for it, right? So you got to show banks want to loan to people who don't need it. You have to show the banks that,
I don't need
good.
your money.
Right. Like, I don't need your little money. And so if you don't need it, they're like, here, please take more. But if you really need it, they're like, I don't know if I trust this situation. And so you really have to prove that you are not in that need, greed state of being. And again, one way to do that is to, of course, make sure everything is being paid on time. You're not carrying high balances. And I know that this doesn't always seem realistic when people have a lot of things going on. You're trying to build a business. And so, you're kind of pulling from all resources. But again, in reality, if you plan it and space it out correctly, this is very possible for you. And again, one of the things that banks are looking for, without a shadow of a doubt, is how much money you have on a consecutive basis for at least that 3-month time frame.
Wow.
Again, if you have just a couple $100, the likelihood is you're not going to move forward. And this is even with having good credit scores.
Wow.
So yeah, isn't that something? Yeah.
Wow.
There's also this thing called comparable credit. So again, if you are, and this actually goes for business and personal. So if you have several credit cards that your average limit is around 2,000, right around there, and then all of a sudden you go for a card that has like a $20,000 limit, the likelihood is you're not going to start out with that. You're not going to get it, because what you're showing the banks is that you're comfortable right around this $2,000 mark. So you're going to be getting these pre-offers and you're going to be staying right there. So my thing is, what I like to say to clients, when you want better, you got to do better, and you got to think bigger. You got to think bigger than all these little pre-screened offers that you're getting. You have to be very strategic as to what you accept. You don't want to accept cards that partner with hard money lenders. This is on business or personal side when it comes to credit cards, because the wrong credit card can cost you big time. You be paying on time, keep your balance low, but your score is still going to be lower than what they need to be, simply because of the type of card that you have on your account.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just sit around with this in your head. And you're constantly telling people this stuff.
You know what? It's so much, and I feel as though with the right tools, like, we can all have fantastic credit. Like, we really can. I feel like credit is our friend. This is a tool that you need in your back pocket. You really do. Don't abuse it. Use it wisely. Could live very well.
I'm constantly checking mine. I love when I get an email from Experian. Great job. I'll be like, yeah. Great job, Credit Karma. Woo, you're on a roll. Be like, yes. Now, what's that number? Oh, I went there.
Right.
Yeah. Go down 2 points. Wait, what happened?
Where are you now?
Right.
Where are you now?
Don't worry about that.
I know she's good. She's good.
I'm good though, but don't. I ain't
She got me
about that.
spending all my money.
I know I don't.
Yes.
You decide to do what you want.
She got me spending all. Go ahead.
Okay, so all right. I'm gonna use a scenario. Well, really, the bottom line of it is, when is the time? You said money in the bank, credit score good. I've been selling cookies for 6 months now. This is a fictitious story, okay?
Mhm.
I've been selling cookies for 6 months now. Everybody loves my cookies, personal as well as business. I have my LLC. I'm paying for stuff as I make money, but at the same time, I'm saving too. I now, after 6 months, I have $5,000 in the bank. Everybody's paid, and I have orders still coming in. Should I go for business credit now?
Yes.
Woo!
Absolutely. Yep. You absolutely can. And what I would say to a person like that, like, it sounds like you are moving in the right direction, but you really want to know, of course, business plans are very important because you want to be able to plan out where you are and what you're looking to have in the future, right? But what I would say is make sure that you have all your ducks in a row across the board. And again, when you're asking for funds, you want to know, it's almost like you in business, you are painting a certain picture because, of course, we're just numbers, right? So banks are only going to look at just simply numbers. But what's nice about that, depending on the type of program that you're looking to get into, whether it's asset based or credit based, you want to be able to explain the reason behind this. You know what I mean? So I do feel as though just based off that alone, that person would be in position to be able to move forward and begin getting those credit cards, especially something so small. Like I said, that service account, that is, when I say that's one of the easiest ways to slip into business credit, it really is. It really is. So it kind of, I know that people have been taught like the 3 tiers. You start with a gas card and then you move up.
Right.
Yeah, you can do those things, or you can jump ahead of the game and use a service account because it's going to put you at a whole different level. The wonderful thing I will also say, let me just say this. Again, I'm always giving the differences between business or personal. With personal credit, when you use your credit, you have, 30 days and then your payment is due. With business credit, in order for you to get your scores up quickly, when you use it, you pay it right back. That's the difference. You pay it right back. And if you do that, you're going to see your scores moving fast very quickly. And the only way for you to continue to keep your business credit established, if you don't use it, you won't get credit for it. So you always have to use your business credit. Where with personal, even if you're not using it, you're still going to get, that okay each month, saying, okay, you haven't done anything bad. So, okay, even if you're not using it, right? But again, with business side, if you don't use it, there's no credit for you. So you have to constantly use it.
So I'm not sure if you stated this earlier. When you're talking about your score, so you have your personal score and then you have your business score?
Oh, yeah, we got all kind of scores. Yeah, mortgage scores, all scores, insurance scores.
That's a good question.
So, yeah.
Yeah, can you explain the score? What is it called?
Are you thinking of like PayDex?
Yeah, no, the business score. What is it called? I forgot. Anyway, so how would someone look up your business score? By your EIN number that you establish?
Yeah, so you can, of course, and I would say this is important enough. It's important depending on the type of credit you're looking for, but your Duns and Brads.
Yeah, Duns
you
and
want
Brad.
to
That's
create
that's
that-
it.
Yeah.
But,
Yep. What that really is, that's more of like business to business type credit. One thing that you can do with your Duns and Brad, you can actually have like peer-to-peer trade accounts. So let's just say if I'm doing business with a good friend of mine, we have businesses, we can be on each other's account. Like you can be a trade account on your friend's account. That's huge.
Right.
And that's something that you can absolutely do. Yeah.
So you want to be on my business account?
Oh, no.
Why not?
Do I want to be on your business account?
I mean, so, okay. Go ahead.
All right. So, question, and maybe this is business or maybe it's personal. When should you say you've acquired 5 different cards with the range credit limit between 5 and 20,000? Should you get rid of some, or should you just keep that credit?
Great question. So there is a such thing of having too much credit. You can have too much credit. And it's like, to me, I look at it like you're just stretching yourself thin. You could be stretching yourself thin and not being eligible for other things because you have, you know what I'm saying, like too many different cards. You absolutely can close accounts. I know that, again, you hear all these things like, oh, if you close an account, this is going to hurt you. It can hurt you if this was like your longest running card. If you had a card that you had open for many, many years, and then you decide to close that one, yeah, that's going to impact you. But on average, if most of your cards, truthfully, were open close or near around the same time, and you decide to close one, you certainly can. I like to always look at our credit like having certain buffers in place, certain things that you can remove off your credit, but have something in place is going to prevent your scores from dropping. You can also combine 2 cards into one. That's another thing that you can do. Then you can add another one. Like, let's say, for example, you have 2 Capital One accounts. You can combine those 2 separate accounts into one account, which is, of course, going to give you a higher credit limit. I would combine and keep the one that is the better of the 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that's also huge. And whenever I say that, a lot of people didn't realize that you can combine your cards. You can combine with Citibank, you can combine with Capital One. So that is an option.
Because I was thinking, store cards are nice, but I know the interest rate, based on what you taught me, the interest rates seem to be higher, and the loans, the banks, they don't particularly like those store cards. Now, I will say this about these store cards. They give nice grace periods of no interest.
Well,
no,
they do.
Seriously. But
Yeah.
the thing is, you better have it paid off before that time, that grace is over. Because then you're going to acquire interest not on what remains, but what was the beginning.
Sounds like synchrony.
Exactly.
Oh, it's not just them. It's not just them. I found that out.
Yes,
not
that
by
is.
experience. I'm sorry. I asked the questions. She taught me well. I asked questions.
Teach you because you got credit cards without me knowing. So she
I
taught
sure did,
you.
because you know what? Boss lady said, she said, Carlette, that score is looking nice. Go get you. Come on, up them credit.
Yeah.
More power.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
But what I will say about retail cards, I'm not a fan of retail cards, and it is simply because of them partnering with hard money lenders. You always want to, again, think about the bigger picture. You don't really want to be stuck in a situation where I can only use this card at this store.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So if you say like, look, I shop at Macy's all the time. This is my store. And if the rewards outweigh that, I get it, because you likely could get a lot of different benefits to that. But I'm not a fan of it whatsoever, because they do partner with hard money lenders.
Now,
So-
some of these stores are partnered with Visa. Some have their store cards, but then you have some that will partner with Visa, MasterCard. What do you say about
So
that? And then,
that
so
is-
then you're free to use it anywhere.
So the Visa logo, the MasterCard logo, the American Express logo is just one aspect, right? Like that's not representing that particular bank, because I mean, I'm not downgrading Synchrony being recorded, but they have Visa, they have MasterCard, but it's still a hard money lender.
Our money lender.
All
They
right,
just use
all
that for the
right.
transactional purpose.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll get rid of them. I'll get rid of them.
We'll see.
No, but this one over here, you got what did I get? You got a Best Buy card? And he was liking that. I was like, because.
And then she bought something and then wanted me to pay it off.
I mean, I'm not in it.
I'm like, how dare you buy something and then
But it wasn't for me. It was for the house.
still?
Oh, well, that's different. So
That's different. It was for the house.
Ain't no difference to it.
Listen, it's about to get cut up. Boss lady has spoken.
No,
I
keep that
listened to
Best
her.
Buy card.
No. Oh, see that? Did you see that?
You gotta keep that Best Buy card.
No, I do not.
well, I know that neither one of you all have no credit issues, so y'all are good.
So as far as man, it's like I have so many. Okay, let's go into the fact of acquiring it. Okay, with you, I want to talk about your business now and how you can help others.
Well, in terms of business credit, I do offer 3 different packages. And the first package, of course, is just free for people who want to do like a business scan to see where they are, to see what they qualify for, but they are not looking to necessarily build any credit with me. But they would have the option to pretty much kind of like freestyle it and do their own thing. Another package is the virtual assistant, which would guide clients step by step throughout the process and help them work on building out their package. And the virtual and also the live are 1-year plans. It does not take an entire year to build business credit. But what I think is you would need, honestly, about a good 6 months just to kind of space out and add certain accounts. When it comes to business, you want to have anywhere from like 10 to 12 rotating accounts. That's between the credit cards and any type of loans that you may have. So again, I have the virtual side of things where they will be walked through step by step. And then the third package, of course, is working with a live coach, whereas it's almost like what I like to consider white glove. So I am literally creating their entire profile and building out from A to Z. The client wouldn't necessarily have to go and apply for any accounts because I'm applying on their behalf and making sure that we have a very strategic plan to get them where they need to be.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I like to call these people like my VIPs, so they can call at any time, most of the time, not all the time, so but
Is there,
I'm working it.
so is there up front with each package? Well, you said the first one was free, but that's just for the analysis. But is there upfront or is this a retainer?
It is. Oh, you caught me. What are my prices? I want to say the virtual packages is probably around 1,500. Yeah, something like that. And then the live package is 3,500. And again, that's where I am literally placing these accounts and knowing, what I'm saying, this is very strategic as to what that I'm looking for. So if my client says, well, hey, I'm looking to obtain about 25,000 in business credit, then there's just certain accounts that we have to go after initially to make sure that happens, to put them on the plan for success. And so we plan out the coaching calls. We do a few calls once per week for the first month, and just make sure that we're staying on track with one another. So it's pretty detailed, but it takes time if you want it done right. And so once you're there, I feel like after the 6 months of really finding those right accounts, making sure that we're pulling from the right bureaus, just all that, the additional time is more of like that nurturing, because once you have these accounts, let's make sure that you're using them correctly. So that's really what that looks like. I am having a ball working with business clients. Like, of course, I will always be here for my personal side, but it's something so special about business clients.
It's a different mindset.
It's a whole different mindset.
It's a different mindset, and you feel like you're working with more of maybe peers than clients.
I think that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And it's nice to know a lot of people really just don't know about business credit, because they assume if I start a business, I have to pull from my 401, I got to max out my credit cards, and just to have that mindset, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this happen. Well, in fact, you can actually use the resources that are available to you and not pull out from, from your emergency funds or your 401. Like, leave that where it's at.
So basically, you're going to show them how to use other people's money.
All day.
All day.
Yes. All day.
I love it. All right. So a couple of months ago, maybe even a year ago, you were recruiting for people not only to do business credit, but to do the business. Am I right?
Yes.
Anybody jump on?
As far as, like, you mean working with me as a mentor?
No, as a consultant. Didn't you have that like a year ago?
Mm-hmm. Still in place. Yeah.
If you want to be in this business, just call Robin. Whatever. Y'all figure it out. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So, Robin, expect a phone call from Carlette about business credit and doing the business. Because it's coming. I hear it. I hear it all in you. But then that's gonna be another secret that you got. Oh, I got this business going.
It must keep you in the loop.
Right. It must not be a secret if you know. That's to me. That's not a secret.
I'm just saying.
It's not a secret. All
no
right,
secret.
That's good. Well, she already knows. She's always the first one I call.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate you.
Y'all be, hey girl, Chris is upstairs, but I want to know about some business credit.
What? Okay. All right. So this is okay. I want to talk about the people in the back, because I'm gonna tell you, I jumped on the pre-order. I'm waiting for mine to come.
Oh, you see my girls?
Yes. We got an all pink, we got a pink and black, and we got an all blue.
Oh my gosh. So I tell you what, outside of personal credit and business credit, this is my love. I love it so much. I'm having such a ball. So All Things Pretty it's a whole new world. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where all this time comes from. Like, I don't think I'm sleeping at this point. But
oh my goodness.
So long story short, it was a few years back, and I've always been into like comfy loungewear and all that. Especially work from home, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to just always feel like I'm getting dressed for the office. Mm-hmm. And so I've always had this silly fascination with like onesies, because I'm just this big kid, right? And so what I was looking for in the market, like, it literally did not exist, because I want to wear something cute and fun that I could wear year round without feeling like, it's only for the winter time. Like, I want to wear something like this year round. And so anyway, I couldn't find that on the market. So I said, fine, I guess I'm going to create something. So I found this 14-year-old girl who was an artist, and I told her what I needed. So she sketched out my design. We refined it. I found a manufacturer that would do custom orders for me, and the business exists just like that. So it was a lot of preparation, but now with the first onesie that came out, it's just been, you know what I'm saying, like different items since then. So I love it. I just love it.
So I ordered a prototype, right?
Yes.
Or something
Yes.
that's soon to come. It's being
Yeah.
made.
It's like literally now on the way. So you'll have it very
So
soon.
I
But
ordered what, the 3-piece?
yes,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the sophisticated line. I love her too.
So
Yes. Go ahead. See, he feeling some kind of way because he like, where's the loungewear for men? Okay.
I know. We're working on it. We actually have something right now. Like I don't we worked on something fun. I don't think I've ever put any pictures out, but it's really cool. It's cool. We had to make sure that the girls was right first before we started doing all that.
Okay.
Like she be
Ladies
having
first.
pajama
Ladies
party marketing commercials. Do you even see her stuff?
I'm not on social media that much. Except for now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you always on there.
No, I hit and quit, but I purpose. When I go on, I'm going on purpose, and then I get off.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of business credit, someone raised a idea for Chloe to do. So how would she start off with an idea and turn that into a business at age 7? She'll be 7 in this month. So.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes.
How exciting. I love it. So when it comes to me, when it comes to kids, you know, she actually can't necessarily apply for anything, right? So that would be, you know, you all putting that together for her. But I mean, as far as like LLC, things like that, there's no age on that. Absolutely. That's a little boss in the making. So yes, things like that absolutely exist. If she really has a business plan together, I think you should go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see if she wants to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gifted and she loves to make things.
She's artsy.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Like her daddy.
Yeah, she gets it from her daddy and her grandmother. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's exciting. I really do. I get the opportunity. It was a few weeks ago. I spoke to 7th and 8th graders. And for a lot of them, they were asking me like, this was like beyond like, what do you do? You know, and they kept saying it like, what is all this? So I'm explaining to them. I said, hopefully when you become an adult, you won't need me. Right. So let me explain what this looks like. And so they kept saying, well, who do you work for? Who do you work for? And I said, I am my own boss. They were blown away. Like, what does that mean? You know, and so how amazing is that to talk to 7th and 8th graders and explain to them what it means to be your own boss. You know,
Yeah,
so
I saw
they
when
were
you put that on there.
Yeah.
And
It was exciting.
The smile on your face, that was priceless.
Oh my gosh.
Because you know you were helping the next generation. And if you get them young, they won't do the dumb stuff we've done. And like you said, you won't need me. Well, not on one side, but then they'll need you for the other side, which is what you want. You know, that's what you want. So,
Yes.
Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts? I listen, I know you up with the chicken, so you need to go to bed. And the same with us. We're not even done for the night. We got at least 2 more things we got to do before we can think about going to bed.
Believe me, in a different world, I would probably been in bed about 3 hours ago. But you know, because I wake up so early in the morning. But yeah, honestly, what I would just say is if you are in business and you're looking to grow and expand your business, really pay attention to where you are on the personal side. You know, wipe away all those fears and those silly myths saying that you don't need to worry about your personal credit, because you absolutely do. Everything that we do, everything that we touch absolutely matters. You know, so once your personal credit is where it needs to be, begin looking at your business credit. You can actually start growing your business credit while you're working on your personal side. So again, it's just these little things that we can do. If you haven't began the business structure, begin working on that. Just understand what all that looks like in terms of like your LLC. You don't want to have a sole proprietorship and assuming that you're going to get term loans. just doesn't work that way. If you feel like you're ready now to move forward with the loans, think about where you are in terms of the close of banking accounts. Those numbers matter. You can't go and expect to get large loans or term loans or good rates if you don't really have any money in the bank that you can prove. Because it's one thing to say, okay, I make $20,000 or $30,000 a month, but I'm only closing at, 1,000 or so. So where's your money? Because you can make good money, but are you really, if there's nothing at the end of the day?
Right. Yeah. There was a question that I forgot. It slipped my mind. But anyway. Oh, that's what it is. Your contact information.
Yes.
That's what we
Yes. So I, of course, can be reached at 331-201-9881. And the website is My Credit Life, and that's LYFE. It's mycreditlife.com. Of course, I'm all over social media, right?
You're all over Northwest Indiana, too. Everywhere you look, Robin.
Cars, on the buses.
Yeah, one day I was in town, and I took the car to the dealership for some odd reason, and I said, "Hey, Robin is here," because she had somebody had a magnetic thing on the side.
You were like, "Are you here?" I'm like, "I'm not there," but
she's all over the place.
So give me that number again. I put it in the website, but so I have 331.
Yes, so 331-201-9881.
9881. Okay. That's the office number.
Yep. And again, the website is mycreditlife.com.
With the Y.
With the Y.
Yeah, I put that in the chat. Awesome. Hi, my CNC. Really good. Okay.
Michelle,
hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Now, let me tell you about Michelle. Michelle does commercials, acting, voiceovers.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, yes. She teaches people how they can have another stream of income being a voiceover, using your voice, not even showing yourself. She does seminars and classes on this. She's even on Clubhouse. I'm serious. And I tagged her because her business is expanding. So she will need business credit. I don't know about now, but it's coming.
I am your virtual
assistant. I want to get with her. I think I could do like a voiceover.
Oh, you have the voice.
Yes.
You have the voice. Absolutely.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Robin. How are you?
Right. So, I appreciate you, Robin. You're so willing to come on, and we have been on basically different money matters every week. Like I talked to them about. We didn't have a guest. We were on renting versus buying, just flat out. We just talked based on experience, and yes, it may be hard and you got to do this, that, and the other. But if you do the work, you save money. You save money owning versus renting. And when you think about it, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. Why not pay your own? Won't you position yourself to pay your own? And so that was the topic last week, which was truly a segue to bring you on. Yes, reach out to her to clean up your credit, and tell you what to pay, what not to pay, and
clean up your credit.
9 yards. I've learned a lot.
You've learned a lot.
So he's so silly. He wants a commercial.
She said, "Your guys' voices sound amazing on those mics."
You know what? So yes, she did. Thank you, Michelle.
You have pills,
but we don't want to hold you any longer. I thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
You're our go-to person when it comes to this, and we support you.
Yes,
and I'll be still sending people your way.
Oh, I appreciate you so much. I really do. It's always a pleasure. So anytime y'all call, I am available.
I have sent her people from Chris and Carlette Live, as well as Carlette and her real estate.
Yes.
Yes.
If you need business credit, call 331 201 9881.
And what is the website? And what's the website?
The website is My Credit Life. That's LYFE.
Oh my goodness. And he want to put you to sleep. Thank you so much, Robin. You have a wonderful evening.
She said,
at the end of the show, we're gonna call you and just finish up with you, but at the end of the show, so don't go to sleep too fast.
Don't go to sleep.
I'll keep my phone with me.
Do you want me to call the personal line or the 331?
I got both of them right here. No, the
Wait,
business
hold up.
line.
You got
Yeah.
her personal phone number too?
That's my girl. That's right.
Hold on, let me see what number.
But let me tell you something. I don't call Robin. I text her first because she could be anywhere doing anything, and when she follows up with me, she follows up with me. I don't be blowing her up.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know what?
Just bring home that bacon. That's all I got to say. You gonna do
know
the
what?
business.
So I know the last time we were talking, I promise you, my eyes was crossed. I didn't have my glasses on, so I could barely see what I was
Oh my
texting.
goodness. I know.
I'm like, but I saw my girl's name, so I got to respond.
Yeah. All right. Well,
You have a
thank
good
you.
evening. Thank you again for joining us.
Again, thank you for having me, and I look forward to speaking with y'all again very soon.
Oh, and you are Black History, and you are a strong woman. This woman's is it Woman's Month or Woman's Appreciation Month?
I'm going
Whatever
with
it
the
is,
whole
honey, you're that. You're that.
You are you are that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we about to get him off. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Michelle said I
Tell your
gotta-
husband we say hello.
All right.
Will
Take
do.
it easy.
All right, y'all.
Okay. Bye.
That was great.
You so silly.
I have pills.
Well, listen, we're gonna wrap
Do
up
you
here.
do the men need
Next
pills?
week we have a wonderful guest.
Women's History.
We have a
She says
legend.
Women's History
It's
Month.
Women's History Month, and okay, so we've started this month out wonderful. Okay, she's making history. She's helping hundreds and thousands of people. Okay, get their
Yes.
money matters, their finances, their credit in ready. Okay, so they can move forward. And as you heard, she's helping the next generation. On top of that, next week our special guest is Angela Hamlin. Michelle, you know what? Michelle, I'm calling you.
Michelle.
I just got an idea. I'm calling you. I'm calling you, Michelle. Keep your phone on tonight. But the thing about it is our special guest, Angela Hamlin Blakely, former WNBA player.
Yes.
She is making history. She is helping the next generation, how to navigate in that basketball WNBA world, getting them ready, starting as young as possible. And she is definitely helping those. She's planting a lot of seeds in these young ladies, and with wonderful
She's fire.
values and integrity and keeping their mind together. Keeping
Sister
their minds together.
Demetria.
You said Sister Demetria.
Demetria Bryant.
Yes.
We need to get her on the show again.
Listen, she might. That's the next one on speed dial.
Yeah, we need.
My educational guru.
We got to talk about.
We need to talk about gifted and
talented.
Yes,
right.
we need to talk
Because
about
my daughter,
your child could be gifted, and this woman, Miss Demetria Bryant, another one would be great for Women's History Month. What she put? Chris, control yourself. But seriously, all right. So, here we go. All right, so we got some great stuff coming up. So
Yes.
I thank you all. If you weren't able to watch all the show, you came in a certain time, please go back, watch the replay,
Please
and share this
share
this information with somebody.
and
You just
subscribe.
literally just got free information. But as always,
Free.
we appreciate you. We love you.
Love you.
I always tell you to pray,
Pray,
and
pray,
pray again.
and pray.
Seek the face of God. Call him while he may be found and while he is near.
Yes.
Okay? We love you. If you don't have nothing to pray for, turn on the news. It'll be a laundry list for you waiting.
Laundry
We appreciate you.
list.
Somebody find him a voiceover job. We love you. Take care.
Voiceover.
See you next week.
We love you.
Oh, my God.
Bye bye.
Oh.
This is Chris and Carlette live. We will see you later. Bye bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.